Let me start my voice memo before I forget.
Okay, guys, I'm back again, and we need to really dive in deep today to catch up on what's happened in the last few months. First off, I graduated high school. Thank God. Thank God, because I outgrew that phase of my life earlier than it was ending, and now it's finally over. I've moved out of that realm, and my summer has actually been going pretty well. The main thing on my mind I wanted to talk about, and I've been wanting to talk about forever, like for months. I've been wanting to say something about it, but I've been holding back because I've thought that it's better to keep it private, and I still believe that keeping all of your really special relationships private is smarter if you're more vulnerable and sensitive to comments or people injecting. But honestly, like, I'm not struggling, but I want to not process, I need to find a good word. I want to dive in and explore this out loud, and if again, like, this could be relatable, and so I want to help anybody else kind of going through the same thing. Oops. Like, let's talk about it. So I'm in love. That's actually insane. Like, that's insane. Okay, see, this is where, like, maybe I should have done some of this off camera, but no, I'm gonna be raw with you guys, be real. I, I'm literally so in love with a guy, and listen, this was a struggle. Like, this was a big undoing, or like unraveling in my life these last few months, is going from crush to like, oh, but that's not gonna happen, to like, okay, it's happening, and then, oh my God, I can't make it stop, and then I don't want it to stop, and then it's like, okay, I'm moving. So I think we should start more in the beginning, when this happened in the winter time, kind of, where I was catching feelings for a guy that I just really kind of admired in a distant kind of form, and then we were kind of friends, and then getting to know him was amazing. I obviously, like, I have so many incredible, amazing things to say about this man. I probably am not going to highlight them in this talk because I have something bigger to unpack than I've already processed in my brain how amazing he is. I literally have no complaints about him. I'm not here to give you drama. I don't care for that. Like, he's literally amazing. I have no complaints. I think he's incredible. The problem, as you guys might know from a previous video I uploaded, I'm moving to Hawaii. Right? Like, I'm not moving to like an hour away. I live in Ohio. I'm not moving to like Kentucky or like Indiana. I'm moving to Hawaii. Like, I'm gonna be an ocean away. And I always kind of judged people and always told myself I would never go long distance. Like, what? Like, unless you literally think he is the love of your life, why would you long distance? Like, especially going into college, you're gonna meet like thousands of people. I've always told people, like, oh my God, like, unless he's the love of your life, like, don't go long distance. Like, you have so much growth to do out there in a new environment. Okay, yada, 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 yada. Here comes, poof, into my life. Guys, I literally wish he wasn't. I literally wish he wasn't incredible, amazing. I know I say that, but I don't. I'm really, really, really deeply grateful for who has walked into my life. But I literally, every single day, I literally was like, for weeks, I was like, he should just mess up. Like, he should literally do something awful, just so that way I have like an out, like, at least so I have like, oh, bye. You know what I mean? Like, a reason to dip and detach, like, boom, quickly. But he has given me nothing. He has literally proven to me every single day that he cares and that he's invested and that, oh my God. And it's not even about just his feelings about me. I admire, and he's taught me so much, and he meets all of the qualities, and these are high standards. It's not like he like pays for my dinner. No, like duh. Like he buys me flowers. Like duh. Guys should be doing this. But he is like so caring. Oh, see, here I can't even get into this. Like I can't even get into this rant about how amazing he is. Like okay. The problem is I'm moving in a month. Like this is July. I'm moving out August 13th. I fly. I fly. And we've talked about it. And I asked him permission to talk about this on my channel. He's not going to watch this video, but he gave me permission to talk about it. So I'm not like doing this behind his back. Anyway, we've talked about it. We've kind of talked about it. I've kind of brought it up in a I'm a very all or nothing person. And this goes into anything: sports, hobbies, job, relationships. I'm either working 30 hours a week or I'm working one shift a week. I am either like in every day with one person, hanging out with them every day, or like we call once a week. Like, does that make sense? I'm so all or nothing. I've talked about this before, and I can kind of feel myself getting about our relationship, about this romantic relationship. I'm like, how can we do all? How can we be all? Like, how can I be all in if I'm literally like 20 flight hours away, if that makes sense? Like, how can we make it work? I don't know. I don't know anything about long distance at all. I've never been in a long distance relationship. I've had a best friend who tried to do long distance. Her relationship did not continue. I mean, my older sister was in a long distance relationship and they're still together and they're amazing, but that's because I literally believe they're so good for each other. So I really think it just does matter on like the compatibility of the two people, right? So I believe if I wanted to make it work, I can make it work. Should we move on? I don't know. Like, I don't know where else to go with this. This is just my current contemplations. And like, yeah, I am so down to go all in on this moving forward. And I don't want to say but. It's also just because I'm going you know how I said I'm all or nothing. Right now I'm going through a nothing right now with him. And that's my fault completely. I take ownership of this problem. I am literally the problem in this situation. My attachment style is like avoidant. I'm an avoidant. And I used to even avoid this. I used to be like, no, I'm not. I'm not avoidant. I'm healthy. I'm a secure attached style. No, you're not. No, I'm not. I literally, as soon as there's a feeling of discomfort inside me, bolt. I literally have felt like uncomfortable last night, and now I'm like not texting him back. I am accountable. Like, I am sorry. Like, this is my problem. I'll text him back after this. I just get very like, nope, don't have to deal with it if I just ignore it. No. So anyway, see, but couldn't that be an issue when I'm like in Hawaii, and then if I feel uncomfortable, then I'm just not responding, like responding and on text is literally our only form of communication. Now I'm not highlighting like how amazing it could be. Like it's an investment, right? Like if you're going long distance, you're investing in the fact that you will be together again, like as physically, like you will be like in the same place again, you know. It's all very complicated and I'm trying to figure it out. And I don't want advice. Maybe I should turn off the comments of this video. I'm not looking for like advice. I'm just telling you guys, and maybe somebody else is going through the contemplations of going long distance and you're like, well, literally, what do I do? And you're like, I guess I'm just going to keep figuring it out day by day. I mean, I know in my heart that I love this person and I'm willing to have an adaptable relationship where like maybe our relationship isn't exactly the same as it is right now because our environment changes, you know? Like I understand if our relationship changes with the movement of our life. You know what I mean? Like I think true caring and true love, I guess, might be that we're not like in this rigid box and that like, yeah, you're my boyfriend right now, but like maybe that is flexible with the changes of life. Does that make sense? I don't know. I don't know. I'm not claiming, like, I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. I just know that I'm going to keep taking it day by day, and I'm going to keep learning and trying my best. I will text him back. I need to really heal my avoidant attachment style. I don't know how to do that. I tried to go back to therapy this summer, but my old therapist, Kim, isn't taking any more clients, like in person, like talk therapy. And I don't want to start over with a new therapist because I feel like that is literally just trauma dumping and then like fix me. And I'd rather just like pick up with an old therapist who like knows my past, if that makes sense. So I'm not seeing a therapist. But anyway, I want to heal my avoidant attachment style. I want to be able to like lean in and like communicate very clearly. And I do most of the time. I would say 80% of the time I can. And then the other half is like, shut down. Bye-bye. No. No. But I'm going to get out of that. And now talking about it, I will get out of it. Okay, let's see what I just covered. Also, I have been like holding back the whole relationship thing for a while, just out of like privacy, and I don't know. Okay. Yeah, like we have been in a relationship now for like a few months, and yeah, I have known since the beginning, and so has he. It's not like he didn't know I was not moving. We've both known from the beginning, but we kind of just like didn't speak about it much because of me. I just don't want to talk about it. And we've kind of just let the approaching deadline like come. But I don't know. Okay, also I went to Europe. Yay! Let's change subjects. Let's be a little lighthearted. Let's reflect. I went to Portugal, Spain, and France. Also Gibraltar and Monaco. Gibraltar is so out of pocket, by the way. What is Gibraltar? It's a rock in Spain. Look at me already kind of forgetting. Also, geography can't. Like, I looked at Africa from Gibraltar. I did not know, like, that's crazy. Anyway, traveled out of the country. This was not my first overseas experience. I went to Brazil last year or 2 years ago. Last year, anyway. And that was my first, like, being out of the country culture shock. And then this year, it was really fun, again, to go out of the country. I got to practice my Spanish in Spain. I went to so many beautiful cities, saw so many tiny little towns, got to swim in the Nice beaches in France, beautiful. And I'm so grateful for that opportunity. If you are in high school right now and you have an opportunity to go on a tour like of other countries, definitely look more into that opportunity. Your school could be going to like really cool countries and you could get a friend on board. You guys could go. I didn't have any friends, but I did make some cute little friends on the trip. Like the girls I ended up rooming with are sweethearts, darling angels. They are so golden. I love them. And some of the guys I met on the trip are so fun, so outgoing, so like goofy. I really liked the people I was hanging out with on the trip. I got very lucky. And I learned that I'm very introverted. Not very introverted, but I learned on the trip that I am an introvert. Like after a full day of being out and everyone got back to the hotel, everybody else in my like social group that on this trip went out and like went and did stuff, like went out of the hotel room. I love to stay in my room, and then I got the room to myself. I got to just like chill, decompress. I did not know I needed this until this trip. And like I watched everybody else like keep having social battery, but I was like, oh my God, I cannot do this. That whole day was exhausting, and now I just need time alone. So that's a good thing to take with me to college, just knowing that like after being out all day, it's okay for me to just reset at night and not feel the need to like go out and not have FOMO. I've taken away FOMO a lot out of my like mind. Maybe it'll be harder when I'm at college, but I'm pretty good at not feeling FOMO anymore. Anyway, highly recommend going on a senior trip out of the country if you can, and if you have that, and if you can afford it, if you can experience that. It's amazing. It really, I mean, everyone says that, but like your world just expands. Like you understand how big our entire world is, and all the language, the food, the culture, the songs, the dancing, the smells. Like it's all so new and exciting and beautiful, and definitely I want to keep traveling. On that note, I'm going to Mexico. This was not planned at all. Like I did not know I was going to Mexico this summer. Period. We just got tickets last week. It's me and my mom. We're going on a little retreat to Mexico, and I'm super, super, super excited. Again, another opportunity for me to like practice my Spanish, which I love. Ooh, I registered for classes, and I couldn't get into a single Spanish class because all the availability was closed, which makes me so sad because I really want to minor in Spanish, or at least do like a lot of Spanish in college, because it's one of my favorite things to practice and learn. And I couldn't get into a Spanish class, just makes me really sad. Anyway, back to Mexico. And I'm really excited to spend some time with my mom before I go to Hawaii, because obviously I'm going to be away from my family. I'm not actually visiting my family again until Christmas. So I have a long time without my family, and I haven't spent very much time with my mom in general in the last like year or two. So I think it'll be important to go on this like retreat style vacation with my mother. Very excited about that. And maybe I'll do a video after that explaining my experience. I don't know. I haven't decided what I want to do about that. But overall, I'm not as anxious now about moving to Hawaii as I was. Then again, I'm still a little nervous, not about moving. It's all just about my relationships, with my sisters and my, I almost said significant other. Is that the right word? Boyfriend is so, I don't know how I feel about the word boyfriend all the time, but he's my boyfriend, I guess. He is. He's my boyfriend. I just am weird. Okay, moving on. See, I couldn't tell if this video was going to be 20 minutes or 40 minutes long. I think I could go in depth about every other single topic, but I talk too fast. Also, I don't know what my major is still. I'm still exploratory. I'm taking a lot of science classes. I'm taking a volcanoes in the sea class. Like, what? I just thought that was the coolest. I don't know, like, what even is that? I don't know, but I'm taking the class, and I'm super excited about that. I've wanted to do kind of some vlogs here and there, but they take a lot of work, and maybe I've been a little lazy. Speaking of, I've been trying to get back on track so hard. I put a lot of, effort into my romantic relationship in the last 2 months that I've definitely put less effort into other things, right? Like, we only have so much effort, and I'm not mad at myself for putting effort, a lot of my energy into my romantic relationship. But what about my other friendships and my family, and then also YouTube and my hobbies? It's literally neither of our faults. I don't think there's anything wrong with putting a lot into a romantic relationship. I just know now I'm trying to really center myself right now and get back on track with the gym, my journaling, YouTube. I really wanted to post a lot this summer, and I kind of didn't at all on YouTube. And I'm not mad. I'm just stating facts. And I would really like to be in communication with YouTube. I like posting, and I like talking. So I would like to keep doing this, especially when I move and I'm going to have so many experiences to share with you. So I really want to get back in the habit. Getting back in the habits of things that I want to take to Hawaii is so important, because I don't want to go there and start on square one with no idea of a routine and no idea of good habits, and that's going to be so much harder to build in an entirely new environment. Whereas if I go with already an idea of, I go to the gym every day, I meditate every day, I call my friend every day, then I have these good routines that I can bring, and it'll be easier to start in a new environment. If you haven't, read the book Atomic Habits. I'm probably going to reread it again before I leave. It'll be my third time rereading it. I love this book, swear by it. So I might reread that before I go, just so that way I can really be in a groove when I go there. I have a lot of morning classes. I'm expecting myself to go to the gym in the morning before class. I don't know, though. Is that what everyone is going into college with? They're I'm going to be so productive and healthy, and then they don't. I don't want to have that negative attitude, though. I believe in myself. I believe I could do these. I believe I can do it. I am me oriented. I can do it. I'm super excited to bike everywhere. I'm only a 16-minute bike ride from the beach, which is an actual dream. My roommate and I have been talking, texting. I'm super excited to meet her. We're going to meet before we move in. I move in the 15th. Again, like I would like to do some vlogs around it, like packing for Hawaii and like move in with me. But carrying my camera around for me has just become more of like a chore in vlogging rather than doing this and like spending actual like time with the camera and just explaining feels easier for me and it's what I prefer. But I might do some vlogs just so that way I can still like look back at them later and see all my memories when I am older, and then I can look at my move in a vlog. Like that's beautiful too. So I don't know. Okay, see, I'm back, and I will keep updating you on my life and everything I do. I don't think I have anything left to update you on. I'm gonna text my man back.